Welcome back to the 2018 SCAC Fall Media Days, Day 2 here as we take a look at the Centenary men's soccer program. The Gents coming off a 4-12-2 season a year ago, 2-10-2 in SCAC play. Let's welcome in head coach Kyle Symczak and senior midfielder Nick Hammond. Coach Nick, first of all, thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Coach, we'll start with you. Now your 5th season at Centenary, your 3rd as the head coach there. This is a team that a season ago had 9 freshmen and sophomores that made 10 or more starts throughout the course of this season. How excited are you as a head coach to kind of get that experience back with a group of young guys a season ago, but now to come into camp with a little bit more sort of veteran seasoning to it?
Definitely excited. I tell every guy's coming in that transition from the high school and club level to the college game is significant. So the more experience you get, the level's higher. Everyone's a quality athlete. I mean, everyone in this league has been recruited and chosen to play this game at a high level. So definitely the level's going to increase. So the more action you get, the more you get adjusted to the speed of it, which is definitely more significant. The athleticism, you're just not going to get away without athleticism people. So you're going to have to really put in the work, be quality. So to get that experience day in and day out, especially in a conference like this with so many quality teams, it's definitely valuable. But I'd also tell the guys you can't rest on it. You're just not going to get better by playing games. You got to work on your own. You got to do those things that take you to the next step. So definitely excited and just looking forward to it.
Nick, for you, you're coming off a junior campaign in which you registered 6 goals to lead your team a season ago. You're an all-conference player throughout the course of your career there at Centenary. What was this summer like for you? What was this offseason? How were you personally preparing to come into your senior year?
My summer was a little different than what I was used to. I had a knee injury over the summer, so I didn't get to play in the NPSL like I usually do. I'm recovered fully now. Had about 6 weeks to get prepared fitness-wise, and I've made a strong comeback, and now I'm more fit than I've ever been. So I'm very excited about my senior season.
What's it like being a senior, Nick, in your final camp? How have maybe you sort of approached it a little bit differently in terms of your mental mindset, especially now as a senior, kind of shouldering those leadership responsibilities that it requires?
So the preseason's always hard, it's always difficult, but we always introduce new types of fitness, new drills, new things to keep it fresh, keep it fun, keep it challenging. I always enjoy preseason. I know it's a strenuous time. 2 days can be very difficult on the body, but for me it's always a new challenge, and to help guys get through it and give advice and be a shoulder to lean on if they need help. So.
Coach, this is a team last year that registered 20 goals on this season. Certainly having Nick, your returning leading scorer, back this season will be a huge help. But what are you working on throughout the course of preseason camp that's going to help this team maybe be a little bit more dynamic in that offensive third heading into the season?
Yeah, definitely it's important to put goals in the back of the net. And so what we try to do is put these guys in the final third, especially in realistic situations as much as possible, get quality reps. But the final third, decisions have to be made quicker. You have to it's almost like a half a yard of space. It's composure, it's pressure. It's that little extra that can put the ball in the back of the net. So just putting guys in those situations constantly, making tweaks on movements and making sure they're getting those quality reps so in the game it comes off more fluid and it's almost secondhand nature. Just for me, it doesn't have to be pretty. We can run the ball in the back of the net, set pieces. So any way we can kind of get it done is how we're going to do it. But definitely getting quality reps and putting guys in those situations to get them more confident in the final third is definitely what we're going to focus on.
Nick, for you, preseason camp certainly can be a grind, a hot time of the year. But what's the best part about camp? You mentioned trying to make things fun, trying to make things light when you have that opportunity. Despite all the hard work that goes into it, what do you enjoy most about being back there for preseason?
The thing I enjoy most about preseason is definitely welcoming in the new freshmen, having fresh faces, really helping guys learn and build a new culture with new people. When you have essentially half of the team new, you have all the opportunity in the world to create a new team essentially. So that's my most favorite part. I mean, the hard work and the practices are fun, but it's really the new faces that you get to have and the new bonds you get to build. So that's my favorite part for sure.
Coach, for you now, as I mentioned, in your third full season as the head coach there at Centenary, what have you learned over the course of the past couple of years that's really helped you try and implement and run the best preseason camp you can possible to get these guys ready?
Definitely that balance between overworking, recovery, timing things. It's important that we are definitely working hard, implementing the fitness, putting guys in stressful environments so they build that team culture, but also knowing the line of recovery and getting guys fresh and having that quality on the field as well. So it's definitely a balance. You have to be able to balance that, and the more experience I get, trying new different things. Being young, I want to be energetic and get guys going and motivated. But at the same time, you have to know those days where it's more technical, it's more getting the legs back, so you get those quality reps, and it's just about balance. We want to fit so much in this preseason as far as culture, goals, tactics, and things like that, fitness, maintaining the fitness. It's about balancing that each day and maximizing what the guys can do. So that's definitely one thing that I've learned throughout the years for sure.
Nick, final one for you is, as you look ahead to this senior campaign for you and the rest of your classmates, what are some of the goals that this group has talked about, looking ahead to this 2018 season?
The goal for sure is definitely to make the conference tournament with the new team added to the mix, and it makes it even more difficult. So it's always been the goal. It's going to continue being the goal, and once we get that, then we can look forward, look further.
And finally, Coach, as fans come out to watch your team this year, family comes out to support this men's soccer program, take me through what they can expect to see in terms of what is kind of your hope for the identity of this team that people can expect day in and day out with this group.
So I definitely want us to be one of the hardest working teams in the conference. Like I mentioned, it's a very quality conference. I want us to be up for every game, never playing down, but always up, energized. Fitness is going to be a big part of it. Organized, hard to break down, and then the transition into the final third being very critical, like we mentioned in those final third moments. But definitely a team that's going to work for each other and just be able to grind out results if needed and add a little bit more quality and build up play in the game of soccer, because you need that in this conference, which every team likes to play. So a good balance of hard work and the quality where we need it in certain spots is definitely what we're looking to create.
The Centenary men's soccer program, head coach Kyle Symczak and senior Nick Hammond will lead the Gents into the 2018 season as they get things underway August 31st as they take on Rhodes. Coach, Nick, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.